Hi guys, I'm Kasha. Welcome to the channel and welcome as always to our coffee times. Today I am here to talk to you about a spooky Netflix exclusive movie that was released in 2021 but it was finished in 2020, and that is called The Strange House, also known in other countries as The Scary House.
It's coffee time.
This is an Austrian movie that came out actually not that long ago on Netflix, and I wanted to review it for you guys, but I didn't have the time to check it out, and today I sat down to watch the movie and I have thoughts on it. Was the movie perfect? No. Do I think that it's worth your time? Well, you'll have to wait to the end to find out. We're here to talk about the movie spoiler free as always. If you're new here and if you love horror movies and collectibles, please consider subscribing to the channel before you leave. The Strange House, also known as The Scary House, is an Austrian Netflix exclusive. When a big city family moves to a remote town, two young brothers and their new friends try to solve the menacing mystery that haunts their home. It is a sweet horror story set in a beautiful rural landscape. So from the get-go, this movie is going to give you Stranger Things vibes. I would describe the movie something between The Goonies and Stranger Things. Like the intro, the credits at the beginning, the music, everything reminds you a little bit to Stranger Things. It is horrible to start comparing things, but it is what it is, and those are the vibes that the movie gave me. And also, if you've watched the Netflix exclusive German show called Dark, it kind of also has those vibes when it comes to the atmosphere and also the color palette that they use, kind of giving this vintage look to the movie. And there are certain things like this door that leads to a mine that kind of looked a little bit similar to, you know, the Dark when they get to this tunnel. It kind of had all of those vibes, so if you love things like that, you might enjoy this. However, when it comes to the plot, it's not really like Stranger Things. It is more a haunted house story, and what I appreciated about the movie is that it is in the end a family movie, and you can sit down and watch this together as a family with your kids. Since we follow a recently widower and her two kids, of course she has a teenager, Hendrik. He is 16 and he hates that they have moved away from the city, from his friends, and now they live in this remote place, in this weird house, and of course he is in a bad mood from the get-go. However, as the kids start to settle in this town and they are trying to make friends, they make a big discovery, which is that something happened in their new house 40 years ago, something really dark. So they start, of course, investigating. So not only that, but also the smaller brother, the younger brother, Eddie, starts to exhibit kind of weird behavior. He seems to be sleepwalking at night and writing things on the walls that he doesn't remember, and everything starts to get spooky. The story is kind of straightforward and obvious because as an adult, I think it's easy to predict what's gonna happen, where the story is gonna go. However, it's still a lot of fun because they are not all the time spoon feeding you all the information, even though this is a family movie, so of course you are given a lot of information. But I love that the kids actually do a lot of investigation and they try to figure things out by themselves, and I really love the dynamic between the two brothers and also the new friends that they make in this new town. So this way we actually get to see the kids investigate, and not everything is handed to them and everything is easy to find out. And also there is this kid from town called Fritz, which is supposed to be the fun one, the one that is there for the comic relief, and I absolutely loved him as a character. I thought he was just adorable. This is a very slow-paced movie, and you have also to remember that this is more of a moody, spooky PG-13 movie, so there is not much extreme horror here. You're not gonna see blood and gore and all of those good things that we enjoy, because this is thought a lot more for kids. I'm not saying that kids are not allowed to see full-on horror, because I watched it when I was a kid and I turned out fine. Even though we have here the tropey kind of main characters, we have the teenage boy, we have the girl he likes, we have the fun kid. However, you know, apart from this movie being a little bit cliche at times in the way that it's not really bringing anything new to the table, I love that apart from being spooky and a mystery thriller, it also offers us a lot of heart. In this movie, they are trying to make the scenes unsettling and make us, you know, see the things that are lurking in the shadows, and they don't show way too much, but the things that they do show, I really enjoyed the visuals. Most of those visuals that I really enjoyed are nightmares that the kids have, and we get kind of flashbacks, so to say, to the family that used to live in that house. Even though we don't get too many of those scary visuals, I have to say that the production value and the cinematography of this movie is pretty well altogether. And I also love the score, even though it did remind me a lot of times to Stranger Things when it comes to the music choices. But I love that this movie is appealing to a lot of different ages. I think if you're somebody that enjoys horror as an adult, you're still going to find the charm and the heart in this movie. And if you're a kid or a teenager, then you're going to find it probably spooky and unsettling. And, you know, there are not many movies like this. Mostly the spooky movies for the whole family tend to be animated movies. There are not too many that come out that are family friendly when it comes to the horror genre, so I think this one is great if you want to watch it with kids. I strongly recommend you to watch this movie in original with subtitles, because I think part of the big charm of this movie is the characters of the kids, and I feel like if you watch this dubbed, it might not have the same effect, it might not have the same heart. So I strongly recommend you to do that if you want to check it out. And also keep in mind that this is a slow burner, so it is a movie that does progress sort of slowly compared to other movies, and it doesn't really have many jump scares or anything like that. It's more kind of on the subtle horror side of things, even though there's a couple of really creepy visuals. All in all, I gave this movie 2.5 out of 5. This is a really mild horror movie with some comedy elements to it, with a lot of heart. I think the relationship between the characters and this kind of newfound family, because the kids make new friends that become suddenly really good friends because they find themselves investigating this huge mystery. So I personally love to see those type of movies, but I can understand why this movie might be too corny and too dull for some people, because it is a little bit slow. And like I said, it's not like we're getting something extremely new and fresh when it comes to the haunted house tropes. But I still think that it is a great movie, especially because it has been done in a way that it can be watched with your whole family. Alright guys, I hope that you enjoyed this quick movie review. If you were considering on checking out this movie or not, I hope that this review helped. Let me know down below if you watch this type of movies yourself, or if they are too corny, too childish for you. Let me know. Let's talk about it in the comments down below. Thanks so much you guys for watching. As always, please give the video a big thumbs up for support, and I hope to see you all guys as always in the next coffee time. Bye!